Hi, I'm Chantel Taylor. So happy you joined us again. We're here. We are in the office of Zion Police Department, Police Chief Wayne Brooks. He is here and I am here because today we're going to just really hear from the Chief's heart concerning fifth graders here in Zion, concerning all the winners that we have that is being celebrated at our wonderful kindness banquet. And just again, just being able to hear the heart of the Chief of Police for Zion behind the scenes. Chief, I just want to thank you again for your time today and for these special moments that, again, as I shared, they're going to last these fifth graders a lifetime. They've been chosen as the winners to just put on a piece of paper and just share to the world, a beautiful essay about what kindness means to them. And they already know that you're coming and you're going to be giving them a great few words, a great speech on, the importance of kindness from the top law enforcement official here in the city of Zion. What we like to do is just, hear your heart as you not only encourage these young people, but inspire them as they go on, from fifth grade, sixth, seventh, on out, and how important kindness is and how kindness never changes. And so again, thank you for your time today. And
very welcome. It's my pleasure to be here. I was very excited to be asked, and this is something over my 30 years as a law enforcement officer that we sometimes don't have time or can't reach kids before they get in trouble. Unfortunately, we deal with them afterwards, and it's sometimes sad, and as hard as it is, we welcome the opportunities we can reach them at a time prior to getting in trouble. So I appreciate the opportunity, and my understanding is the essays this year about kindness.
Yes, they are.
And I think, in its simplest form, we all think of the golden rule, where you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. But it seems simple, and yet we live in a complicated world where it's not simple.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, and we're faced every day with so many things that are unkind, and people are unkind, that it's very difficult to do that. So I just want to say thank you, and excited about the opportunity to speak.
Yes. Chief, the thing that stands out to me about young people is right now they're in fifth grade, and the excitement, you'll be able to see it. We'll be there at that banquet. You'll be able to see their parents. They're so proud of them for what they've done and accomplished in writing such a wonderful essay. But a lot of times they just are so caught up in the moment of being a fifth grader that they don't realize that time is going to go by so fast, and they're going to be faced with so many choices, and life is going to be there. And so
Sure is.
as a chief that, as you've shared, you've been, started off as a patrol officer, and you've been blessed to be promoted to be the chief of police. But it all was a process. And so can you just share with those
It
fifth
sure was,
graders?
and most importantly, not as a chief of police, not as a police officer or anything, but as a believer. And in the Bible, Ephesians 4:32 says, "And be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you." I think first and foremost, if we focus on Him and we focus our lives that are God-centered, we certainly are on the right path. And I know that's helped me in many ways, and I certainly think it will help the kids. But you're right. As young people, they face these challenges every day, and they also aren't focused past today.
Right.
The kids don't focus really past the next 10 minutes and realize as we get older, we realize down that road, but kids are faced with these challenges so much every day that when they interact with their peers, when they interact with adults, that their reputations, their character, everything's being defined that will follow them throughout their life, and whether they'll be successful or whether they won't be, sometimes formed at this very young age. So to me, it really boils down to a choice.
Yes.
And to take a second and think about that choice, whether that is just to say something unkind or to do an unkind act or to even a criminal act, which would be to hit somebody or steal something or even something further. That reputation is so bullying, being bullied, or even being a bully.
Right.
And it has happened so fast. To me, it's just that 1 second thought of, no, I'm going to do the right thing and a
Yes.
kind thing or not. And then we get caught up with feeling what our peers will think and how they'll think about us. And that's unfortunate, and you get a group, you may not be that kind of person, but that's the reputation then you carry. And as police officers, we then deal with that child, hopefully a little older, but we have to deal with them after a bad choice.
That's true.
And that's how society has it set up. But then and you don't want to use the word label, but if they're labeled as a bully, if they're as a criminal, that reputation is so quick and easy to get and so hard to get rid of.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
I would just encourage everyone to take that minute to think, especially while you're young,
That's right.
to do the right thing, not wrong. It is that simple, but it's very complicated.
And you know what else I just love to what I've just heard out of your heart, Chief, because that's, that's what this show is all about, shining stars. It's about, a lot of times people don't really even understand when someone helps be a bright light for others. They don't understand. And a lot of times our young people, our generation today, they don't understand the police. They don't understand,
Sure.
the real, idea for safety and the good that the police are truly, truly there for.
Right.
I just want to share as a Zion resident that I'm just so excited to hear that you even shared that you're a believer, Chief, and that's huge. And for the fifth graders out there that might not even understand that, it's, the bottom line is you have faith in God. You believe.
Right.
And, thank you for not being embarrassed to say that, but to boldly proclaim that you do have faith. And despite the good, despite the bad, that's something that young people can hold on to if they really understood that, more people than they realize actually have faith.
Right.
And
Right.
so
Right.
one of the other things, Chief, that's coming up real soon that across America last year, round about December 14th, actually last year, America was shaken again when 20 young people lost their lives. The offender in that was also basically a young person. Can you just give us and just kind of share with the young people out there, from your heart,
Sure.
what it is they can do as they go through fifth grade and beyond,
Sure.
and they see their classmates or students, and here we've identified 25 winners of a kindness contest.
Right.
But everyday life is every day, and what can they do so that we can help make Zion better?
Sure. And you're speaking of the Sandy Hook, Connecticut tragedy.
Yes.
Sometimes you just, there's no way to understand or explain it. You see these individuals, whether it's young or old, and they seem to reach a point in their life which is so low, and they feel so desperate
Right.
that they feel they have no alternative, or sometimes it is a pure case of mental illness or something. But we live in a society that's saturated with weapons and availability through obtaining them through theft
Right.
or stealing, or even from their parents, or whatever the situation is, where they become these. So to try and understand why is very difficult. Aftermath is tragic. Any child is tragic, but we hear about these horrendous cases across the time, and we were hearing about these 20, 30 years ago. They just didn't, the same kind of thing.
Right.
With the tragedies. Obviously today there are things we've put in place technically from the law enforcement end, whether how we respond to that. I think the schools are better. I think sadly we have to make sure our schools are secured better and our homes are secured better.
Right.
But all in all, you just, every one of these, you hear about it and it's a horrendous major case, and you just, heart pours out, and you're just, what can we do in our community that would prevent that, or
That's
that
right.
would respond to that? And I don't think anyone's come up with a great answer, except I think the community has to pull together. I think between the churches and the youth groups and the pastors and the chaplains and all the good people that have to somehow come together and somehow just say, we're not going to tolerate this, and we're going to do everything we can in our power for that choice that individual made to change that. I don't have the real good answer for it, but I just every once in a while you just shake your head and can't believe it. And sadly, our society, I don't know if it's some of these, sadly, these video games or some of this violence that we're inundated with at young
Right.
ages or stuff, and maybe that's where we need to look. So
Right.
hopefully you pray
That's right.
and you know that those children are in His hands, those victims are in His hands, and there's a special place next to
Right.
His throne.
Right. And now, Chief, as we close out, and
Mhm.
as I shared, it's just a short, brief moment that I just wanted, one-on-one with you to be able to just give the opportunity for the young people to get to know you even more.
Mhm.
Again, we're so thrilled that you're going to be one of the speakers that night,
Sure.
for our children, for our families here in Zion. But would you be able to just look directly into the camera now and just, talk to that fifth grader about,
Absolutely.
the importance of
Sure.
kindness and everything?
At your age and your decisions, every decision you make will impact the rest of your life. And please take that extra second to make a good choice, a positive choice, a choice that will not negatively impact your life and make you ultimately successful. Because nothing can help the community better, nothing can help you better than to make that good choice. And sometimes when you're with someone who wants to make a bad choice, you can impact them, and you can say, no, we're not going to do that. That's the wrong thing to do, and make that choice to not do it. And then that person might tell someone, and someone, and someone, and eventually we'll reach everybody, starting with you, one person at a time.
That's right.
Good luck.
That's right. Thank you again so much,
More than
Chief.
welcome.
I really appreciate it. And we will have more time, more wonderful time to share as we go into the banquet. But again, you've been able to hear from Zion Police Chief Wayne Brooks, one-on-one to the winning fifth graders of the kindness contest, but also to young people across America about the right things to do. I'm Chantel Taylor and the host of Shining Stars. Thank you.